Sometimes to survive, we must become more than what we were programmed to be. As Ross, the robot mother, learns to navigate her new life on a new and weird deserted island. In the heartwarming tale of the white robot, love transcends the boundaries of nature and technology, revealing profound lessons about connections and sacrifice. Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Afiq Danial bin Jaais, and my matrix number is A188442. And my speech title today will be Love Knows No Bounds, the Heartwarming Lessons of the Wild Robot. Many teenagers may not realize that the sacrifices made by their parents often come with valuable life lessons. For instance, parents instill values like hard work and perseverance through their actions that help to navigate their own challenges in school and relationship. When teens acknowledge this behavior or these actions, it strengthens family bonds and promotes a culture of gratitude within the household. Knowing that the parents have made sacrifice can motivate teenagers to strive for success. Knowing that makes we want to be successful and make them proud. Why am I talking about this topic today? So while majority of us experience the perfect childhood, some of us don't have the privilege to grow up with both parental figure. Who knows that I will be the minority in this story? Speaking from my own experience, it has been difficult growing up with a single parent, and like any other teenager that was broody, moody, and disrespectful, I can't say that I was any different. But little did we know our parents too did not have it easy. Maturing, I realized how much our parents had sacrificed for us. But of course, they are not perfect. After all, it is their first time living this life too. This movie made me rethink and reevaluate how I perceive my relationship with my parent, and I hope it will for you too. So, in this speech today, I will talk about a few things. While growing up, we might not always get what we want, but through the movie The Wild Robot, even it might not be a conventional way to realize it, it provides a new overview of life that I or we might have missed where we already get what we know. In this speech, I will talk about how we teenagers often disregard important relationships while maneuvering our adolescence. However, our parents still accept us and love us, even when we are far from ideal child or even when they do not have the knowledge. They still try to guide us. By the end of it, the love from our parents, although not perfect, has always been the one that we need, and realizing their sacrifices will deepen the family bond. Are you interested in watching the movie right now? Not yet? Don't worry. By the end of my speech, we'll definitely try and go watch the movie by yourself. So, my first point will be highlighting how majority of teenagers felt growing up. Sometimes what we want is not what we need. From the movie itself, we will see how Bright Bills, the darkly, struggled for acceptance among his peers as the bond between Ross, the robot mother, and the son or the child, Bright Bill, challenges societal norms about family. While having those dilemmas, he accidentally discovered how he is raised by Ross and not like other ghosting, cursing him to lash out and disrespected Ross. So that's how typical we are to our parents' self. And this highlights the universal teenage experience of seeking belonging and acceptance from society, but forgetting the important relationship in the midst of it. So, an article explores how peer pressure influences teenagers to motivate their behavior and choices to gain acceptance, often leading them to overlook family relationships in favor of friendships and so. But in return, it can cause negative outcomes such as bullying and aggression. And from another article itself, from a United Nations International School of Hanoi, it defines that peer pressure and discusses its impact on teenagers' attitude and actions. It emphasized the struggle for identity and social acceptance during adolescence is really important, with illustrating how this quest can lead teens to prioritize peer relationship over familiar bonds. All right. Even so, some people never stop giving us conditional love. So, who is these people? These people are obviously our parents. Why do I say that? Because acceptance of lacking and embracing the good part of our relationship with our parents. So, in this movie itself, Ross, the robot mother, nurturing of Bright Bill, Neil illustrates how love can be transformed both the giver and the receiver, allowing Ross to evolve from a program robot into a caring mother figure who learns empathy and emotional depth, while Ross, the white rock mother, not be the best or exemplary mother. She tries to fulfill duties in order for Bright Bill to be ready for the next migration. Even though the Gosling had shunned Ross for not telling the truth, She perseveres to help Bright Bill. So that's how our parents are. And the act of Ross in this movie, who is not the real mother, shows the bond between Ross and Bright Bill challenges societal norms about family, illustrating that love transcends traditional boundaries, such as species or even origin, and can create strong familial connections in unexpected ways. The part of the movie was highlighted in an article by Aislinn Furte 2024, where she stated that it's a familiar scene because where she says that it's a family scene because my mom, even when she doesn't have knowledge or of something I'm struggling with, will guide me as best as she can, just like Ross did with Bright Bill. And lastly, by in the end of it, love transcends all. So the realization of the love received by Bradley from the Ross itself. So Bradley's journey is marked by challenges that test their bond, such as the threats from Universal Dynamic, which is this big organization that built Ross, the robot itself, and the emotional fallout from his discovery of the truth, because Ross had just accidentally killed his birth mother. And as they navigate these difficulties together, Bridal comes to understand that Ross' love is steadfast and unconditional, transcending her mechanical origins. This realization deepens their relationship and solidifies his acceptance of her as her mother. And the article discusses the selflessness of parenting and how many parents subordinate their needs for the sake of their own children. It reflects on the realization that comes with parenthood, where individuals understand the extent of their own parents' sacrifice only after experiencing similar challenges themselves, by Philip Char, 2022.